Do you ever wonder?
Why does my front door fade over time? It's a beautiful wood entry door. It cost a fortune and I simply want to keep it looking good. Isn't there a natural finish that lasts? For example, why does wood go from this to this?
It has a lot to do with the sun and the air we breathe. Visible, ultraviolet and infrared radiation from the sun are very influential. Both direct and reflected rays from surfaces can cause harm. Asphalt is quite reflective, especially when wet. Grass and other surfaces are less reflective, and thereby less influential on surface deterioration. Weather conditions make significant impacts such as rain, snow, sleet, hail, and wind. Temperature and humidity are also key factors. These factors act upon the primary components of wood, which include carbohydrates, cellulose and hemicellulose, lignin, and extractives. Carbohydrates are naturally resistant to UV energy, but are influenced by moisture. Moisture absorbed and then evaporated causes cyclic dimensional changes in the wood that result in raised grain, checks, cracks, warping, and cupping. Lignin constitutes 20 to 30% of wood and acts to hold the cell structure together. UV radiation will cause lignin to degrade in a short period of time. As a result, fibers break free and progressive erosion occurs. In general, hardwoods erode slower than softwoods. Extractives give each species its distinctive color. Extractives can be sensitive to both UV and visible light, resulting in color changes upon exposure. The color of exposed wood can lighten or darken, depending on the species of wood.
But what about microbial growth?
Great question. It's important to know that microbial growth will always require 1. A food source. In wood, that's cellulose. 2. Moisture content above 20%, and 3. A suitable temperature. Once wood is exposed to UV and potentially visible light, coupled with exposure to moisture, the wood is susceptible to mold and mildew growth.
Okay, now you know the nature of wood. But how do we protect it? Well, there's a bit more you need to know. The sun radiates white light. White light from the sun contains all the colors of the rainbow. And UV radiation. The wavelength of light increases going from the left to the right. But the energy of light increases in the opposite direction from right to left. Our atmosphere shields us from high-energy, short-wavelength radiation below 280 nanometers by ozone, water vapor, oxygen and carbon dioxide. Wood is sensitive to radiation energy below 475 nanometers and can change in color. In this case, the wood turns gray. Only energy absorbed by wood can be damaging to it. To fully protect wood, a topical layer must be applied that prevents all harmful energy from reaching the wood surface. That topical layer must be strong enough to absorb the light energy without itself becoming damaged. Since the damaging light energy includes shorter wavelengths of visible light, the applied protective layer will have to be colored as well. Considering wood, the visible light region of concern spans from around 380 nanometers to 480 nanometers. These wavelengths of light can be harmful and need to be blocked to provide wood protection. Colorless UV absorbers are effective for the short wavelengths shown, and the inverse or opposing colors present in the region of concern are effective to protect wood from the harmful visible wavelengths. Notice that the color yellow predominates in this region. To block these wavelengths, the protective layer must contain these colors.
Now I've got it. Since wood is sensitive to UV and some visible light, I need to apply a protective layer to cover the full range of damaging light. But wait, I don't want my wood surface to look yellow.
That's understandable. And fortunately, there's a good solution. Recognize that yellow is necessary, but it can be used in combination with other colorants to provide what will appear to be a very natural wood coloration. Here's how wood can be protected yet appear natural. Let's make a protective stain. By mixing yellow with red and black colorants, a light stain or tint can be applied to the wood surface to achieve a very natural appearance.
Wow! It really works. Although it looks slightly darker, it still looks very natural.
Here are some actual examples.